and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Sana and I make videos about motherhood. If you are new, then please take a moment to subscribe. It really would mean so much to me. So today I thought I would do a nursery room tour. This is the nursery for my second baby boy, and he's about 6 months old now, and so I wanted to show you guys what it looks like and where I got everything from. So right at the door here I have a little name sign for him. I actually have a tutorial on how to make these name signs, so if you guys want to check that out, then you can go do that. It's super cheap. It cost me like about 10 bucks to be able to do it. So when you walk in, this is what you see of his room. There's his crib, his wall. His wall is slanted, that's not the camera. And then over here is his frames, bins, and then over here, turning around, is his heater, his chair, and then right over here is his closet, which looks something like that right now. So I'm going to go through everything with you guys. If you guys want to see how I organize it, then I do have a separate video on that I can link up here. And that in there, I pretty much go through how I put everything and where I put everything. So in this one, I'm going to focus more on where I got what from and whether I find it useful or not. So starting right over here, I have the Ubi diaper pail. With my first baby, I actually didn't have a diaper pail. We used to just throw out his diapers when they were really smelly, but I found like as he got older, it wasn't that convenient. And in our other apartment, we had a garbage disposal right down the hall, whereas we're in a house now, and so I wanted something that could properly keep his diapers and it didn't smell. And I looked up a bunch of them, and this one is rated really well. It does have a child lock on it too, so that way when he starts crawling, it should be able to keep it closed. And I love it so far. It never smells. It smells if you open it, then you get a nice whiff of it. But other than that, it works super well. I got it on liquidation, which is why it's this really funky color. But you could technically repaint it if you were really interested in it. I didn't really mind the oddness of it as long as it was functional. You can use your own garbage bags. So these are just the garbage bags that we use downstairs in our garbage bin also, and I find them super useful that you can use that. They fit so many diapers, and it's like probably they fit more than you should be keeping anyways, so I really do like that. I think I paid about $60 for it. I think it sells on Amazon for about $130. So I will link pretty much everything that I can find for you guys. Some of the things that I got are either secondhand or in liquidation, but I'll try and put the same items or similar items for you guys to see. So moving on here, this is my camera. We were supposed to put this up on the wall, and then we just decided to keep it here because it served its purpose. We actually don't even keep it on most nights because we can hear him pretty clearly from his room. So when he was really little, we kept it on, but now that he's about 6 months, we're not as concerned. I'm probably going to start using it again once we actually get him out of the crib. So coming down here, I just have some of his shoes there. I wasn't really sure where to put them. In here, I have, so these bins I got them secondhand. Actually, a lady was selling them, and I got all 4 of them for 20 bucks, which I thought was really good because I was having a lot of trouble finding them. And I really love the look of them. I find they're pretty neutral and nice, and they're very functional. They're like super nice and big, and most of the time mine are rather empty. These are bath towels and washcloths, and I really like them overall. By the way, this thing it's the Calax, I believe, from IKEA. You need help with your buttons? Okay. I don't need help. I don't need help. You can sit here if you want and watch. Okay? Okay, cool. Yeah. So this dresser I actually got from IKEA. I did get it new, and it's called the Kallax, I believe. It's the 8-cube shelf, and I got these drawers to go with it. They're like inserts that you put in. And the reason I don't have a full-on dresser is because for my first over here, I did have a dresser. And when he got a little bit older, he actually started climbing into his drawers, and I just didn't feel like it was safe. And I was always worried that he was A, dumping everything out, and B, I was always worried he was going to break the drawers or break something and hurt himself. And so for this baby, I decided to go with this because it would serve the functionality when he was little, but as he got older, I can use it just as a regular toy shelf, and it works really well for the Montessori way of having your child having access to all of their things. And so that's why I decided to go for this, because I felt like it would be really nice and functional. So going back here, and here I keep wipes, and here I keep diapers, and here I keep the toys that he uses. So coming over here, we have some of his books. I read him pretty much all of these books. This is his favorite one right here, I Kiss the Baby. If you guys want to see how I read it to him and a link for it, then I did do a video on the activities that we do with him, and I'll put a link for that too. So these are his books over here, and then over here are his drawers where I keep his clothes. So those are onesies. These are footy pajamas that I keep close to the changing pad because I find that the most convenient. They are the most used item, in my opinion. And over here I keep like tights, and over here I keep different shirts. And this was actually a different thing. In here I used to keep like hats and bibs and washcloths and things like that when he was a newborn, and in here I kept like all of like his medical stuff or like his supplies, and I changed that up because I felt like he had more clothes than I had room for. Up here we just keep a pack of wipes so that it's convenient to change. This box actually looks a little bit random, but it does have a story behind it, because when I was pregnant, it was our 6th anniversary, and we decided not to get each other anything because we were really busy. It was a crazy weekend. But my husband was actually sick, and he went to the clinic by himself, and I went to go pick him up, and he wasn't there, and he went to the mall. And I went to pick him up at the mall, and he completely surprised me with this. He had this box, and he filled it with all of the things that I would want that I wouldn't have gotten myself for labor. So he filled it with like chocolate, and he got some massage oils. He got candles that I still have and love. He got a little bunny for the baby that I could sleep with, so that way when the baby came, I would have something to give the baby that smelled like me. So basically it was just really cute, and so I decided to use this box in the nursery because it was meaningful to me. So there you go, and I have it filled with just all of the things. He actually does have quite a few things, like he has eczema, and he just had pneumonia, and he has a bunch of food allergies we suspect, and he was just super sick. So we have a bunch of medical things in here. This is to do a urine test, his thermometers, which we've used so much. This is to do the saline, his Tylenol, his inhalers, his cream that we use every day, multiple times a day. We have his saline. We have different types of creams, the baby Vicks, and just like all these different types of creams, the butt paste, which we thought we were done with, but he ended up needing that too. We have the different, more cortisone creams and antibiotic creams here. So yeah, basically it's just full of stuff right now. And then over here, we have the changing pad. I had a lot of covers for these. I even bought like a bunch of waterproof like pads that I can change up. And I decided to just go with this. I got this from Babies R Us. And by the way, the box is from Winners or HomeSense. So yeah, so I got this, and I found it easier to clean and use without the covers on it. And I just find it easy to just keep it like that. So that's why I have that. And then over here, I have a little nightlight. This is from IKEA. And then these are my set of frames. They're actually all from the dollar store. So what I did is I got all these different sizes of frames. And then I just took a Bristol board and I cut out the shape according to what was already there. I just took that paper, put it onto a Bristol board, and cut them out. And then I drew these on myself. So I did a Z here. I did a cloud there. I did I love you. Yeah, and stars. I did I love you more than all the stars in the sky. I did his name because his name is an Arabic name. I did Be Kind, and I did a moon and stars because the theme of his nursery, in case you can't tell, is stars. His walls here are painted a nice like grayish kind of beige color, and then his wall over here is painted navy, and then it has all the stars on it. I actually got all these stars. They're all stick-on stars, if you can tell here, and they are from Amazon. They were like $10 a pack. I think I got 2 packs. So basically this wall only cost me like $20, and I love the look of it.
I have a moon too.
You have a moon too. Yes, he does. So every time we walk in, I really love the way it looks. I love the color of the wall and how the stars really stand out. He looks at them all the time and he finds them super interesting. And so overall, I'm really happy with how that turned out and what it looks like. This is his crib. We got his crib from like a regular baby store. It's just a basic crib. I used it for my first, and I actually take them out of the crib pretty early. We took him out around 9 months old because I take it out when I have to put the crib to the lowest level. I feel like they're ready to be taken out. So we're going to do the same with him. Once he gets able to like basically stand up in his crib and look over, I take them out and I put a floor bed so that way they have access to their room. And I feel like it worked really well because he wasn't always crying to get out of his crib. He would be willing to get up and play and not be like super cranky about it. And I really liked how that went. The crib mattress is also just from a regular baby store. The crib was about $200, by the way. So this is just a regular sheet. I have a bunch of these because they get them pretty dirty. And this one's just from Babies R Us, and it has... Oh, no, actually, this one's from Walmart. My mom got this for him. So this one just has different colored stars on it, which I felt like went with the room. And then the crib skirt is just a basic white crib skirt. I think it was like $7.99 from IKEA. And this carpet here, I just got this nice shag carpet because we do have floors here, and I had carpet with my first, his room was all carpeted, and I felt like that was a bit better for a baby. So I wanted a big carpet that he could easily crawl and play on, and it was just cozy and comfy. So I got this from Costco. I think it was $200. And I really like it. It's soft and it's nice, and I felt like it went with the room. That's just an empty box. Or no, it has diapers. We just have to put those away. So we don't really keep anything there. Oh, I forgot to show you here. I have his laundry basket. So that way when we change him here, we put stuff into there. I believe I got that from Michael's. I think it was on liquidation at Michael's. And then over here we have his curtains. Nice white curtains. We have a blizzard outside today. It's so beautiful, but we have to go out in this weather now. And so we're going to go clean everything right after we're done this. Is it pretty, Issa? Yeah. So his curtains I actually got on liquidation. They are, I think it's the equivalent of Bed Bath & Beyond. It's what we call Déco Découverte here. It was closing down, and so I got his curtains for $20, and I really like them. They are not blackout curtains. They are just regular curtains. They're not super thin, but they're also not super thick. I don't like blackout curtains for my kids because I feel like it helps them to have light in their room, especially during the day. So that way they are able to kind of tell when it's daytime and when it's nighttime, because when they're born, they're a little bit confused about that. And so I like having natural light come in and not worrying about having to keep the room super dark all the time so that they sleep. And I find it helps them adjust, and it's worked well so far. And then the last thing I have over here is this rocker. Can you show them how it rocks, Lisa? Okay, so probably my biggest piece of advice is if you're debating getting one of these, definitely get one. We kind of weren't sure, and I felt like it would be useful, but this is actually like a rocker glider type thing. So the feet come out there too, which we didn't actually use that much, but I use this chair every single day. Even if you are not no matter what kind of baby you have, I feel like this chair is just so useful. I crib sleep my babies, and I still use this chair all the time because we rock them to sleep in it. You breastfeed in it. You just want a place that you can sit with baby that's comfy, especially postpartum when you're not feeling well at all. It's so nice. My husband uses this chair just as much as I do, and I just love it overall. I got it secondhand. I paid about $200 for it, and it's a Dutelier chair. I'm not sure how to say it, but I love this chair. As you can see, he likes it too. He sat here for the whole time just rocking himself. And yeah, so I definitely recommend getting one of these chairs in your nursery if you're debating it and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I need it. Trust me, it's useful. So that's about it for today. That's his heater. And then again, if you want details of his closet, then you can check out my other video where I kind of go through everything in detail and I reorganize his nursery pretty thoroughly. So yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Want to say bye? Want to say bye? It for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked what you saw, then please subscribe.